Hello bookworms, this is Jessica with my August reading wrap-up. When I filmed my August TBR, originally only picked out 5 books to read. Well, I had to add a 6th one, Matt Haig's The Midnight Library, to the mix. Next month my book club is starting up again and we're reading this. The story is about 35-year-old Nora Sneed who lives in London. She tries to commit suicide by taking pills because she's very depressed. And anyway, she's transported to this magical library where she runs into her old teacher from school, Mrs. Elm. Mrs. Elm directs Nora to these books Nora should read because she believes Nora's life could have taken a different path. The writing style was okay. I give this 4.5 stars because I love the plot. I love how it was fast-paced, and also it deals with a very real subject, suicide and depression. I recommend this book for anyone that's feeling depressed because it shows that there's light at the end of the tunnel. The one after that is the classic Where the Red Fern Grows by Rawls. I read this many years ago as a young kid and it made me very sad. Now I read this for A.J. Dunn Reads and Writes his readathon, which he hosted on his Discord. And this is the second time I read this book in many years. And it stirred up so much more emotions in me because this story is about Billy Coleman, who is a young kid. He, for 2 years, saves up money to buy a coonhounds because his family is poor and they live in the Ozarks. Well, he gets these coonhounds, old Dan and little Ann, and he loves them very much. And as an animal lover, the story is very heartbreaking, but I love the writing style, and I give this 5 stars. The one book I was really looking forward to reading, which ended up being a huge disappointment, was Kevin Kwan's Sex and Vanity, which is about Lucille Churchill and George Seo, who meet at a wedding in Italy in 2013. And Lucille can't stand George from the moment she sets eyes on him. And then 7 years later, they meet up again, and she still doesn't like him. I give this 1 star because I don't like the writing style, the plot, there's way too many characters, and just too much drama. Sid Fleischman's By the Great Horn Spoon is an adventure book, which is about this young kid, Jack. He and his friend Painsworthy go to California in search of the gold mine. Now, this is recommended for kids ages 10 to 12 years old who love adventure stories. I give this 1 star because I felt it was just too juvenile for me, but if I was a much younger kid, I probably would love this book. The Player Next Door is by K.A. Tucker. I just finished this book today, and it's so hard for me to put down. The story is about Scarlett Reed, who moves back to Polson Falls after 12 years of living away. She buys this house, and her next-door neighbor ends up being her old high school sweetheart, Shane Beckett, who crushed her heart all those years ago. At first, Scarlett was not happy about the situation, but then she finds herself checking out Shane. I give this 5 stars because it's funny some parts and it's very lighthearted. And last, I started reading Caroline Kepnes' You today. Summer, if you're from Sterling Silver Reads, if you're watching this video, you are right. I am in for a very wild ride. I am only into this book a few pages, and I could tell it's very dark. I can't wait for the new season of You to start up really soon, and this is going to be a 5-star read for sure. Thank you all for watching. Have a happy reading week. Bye, bookworms.